Welcome everybody to a look at an Imprint release, and it is 1985's The Lightship. So this is number 506 in the Imprint collection, and it's directed by Jerzy Skolimowski, who has also did The Departure and EO. Although to be honest, that's several decades apart between either two of those, and this is pretty much slap bang in the middle, as The Departure came out in 1967, and I think EO came out in the mid or early 2010s, or maybe even later than that. So yeah, I've not really seen a great deal from the director from the 70s, or anything from the 70s or the 90s or 2000s. So yeah, I'm not sure how this ranks alongside his other films outside of those two, but yeah, this is nonetheless a drama. Clocks in at 89 minutes long. Stars Robert Duvall, who I've seen in 28 other films. Favourites being the likes of Apocalypse Now, Falling Down, Open Range, and Deep Impact. Also stars Klaus Maria Braunder, who was also in Never Say Never Again, the only non-official James Bond film, as well as The Russia House and Feladay. He played did one of the voices for that film, which is an animated, quite violent animated film. And also finally stars William Forsythe, who was in Extreme Prejudice, Stone Cold, and Once Upon a Time in America. So in stormy seas off the coast of Norfolk, Virginia, the commander of a lightship picks up three men drifting in a disabled boat. The men turn out to be psychopathic criminals who hijack the ship, and a complex duel of wits ensues as the men force the commander to sail the lightship to a rendezvous with another vessel. So this definitely feels like more of a mainstream effort from the director, as The Departure and EO were, yeah, felt like a kind of like experimental films in certain regards. Certainly weren't, you know, going along with trends of the time that they were released in. Um, as a outside of its somewhat basic plot, though, that doesn't really harm this otherwise engaging effort that has a great cast. So yeah, more of a mainstream effort, which is kind of symbolized by the somewhat basic plot. But yeah, like I said, great cast, and it is engaging. It is also well paced, utilizes its singular setting incredibly well, as it is entirely set upon this lightship. So a lightship is a ship that is anchored off the coast, doesn't generally move anywhere, and yeah, provides a light beacon for ships that are coming into a harbour and such. So they know where they are and such. Apparently a dangerous job. One of them actually got destroyed and sunk by I think it was the Britannic or the Olympic, one or the other. One of the sister ships of the Titanic, and that actually killed several people. So not an easy job, and certainly that is something that plays a role in this film, as the isolation does play a role into it. And apparently it's a as it says in the film, it's not a job that anyone volunteers for. It's usually a role for someone that has done wrong in the past in their navy career. It's also got effective tension, solid production, a well done score, and it is generally engaging. So yeah, it gets a 3.5 out of 5. If its basic plot was a bit more complex, or a little bit less predictable, then this would get a higher rating. But it is still overall really, really good. We'll get it out of this case. That's why I'm not a particular fan of these cases sometimes. But yeah, that's original artwork, I believe. Um, but then we do have another bit of artwork there on the case itself. And there is the disc. And on the disc itself, we've got 1080p high definition presentation, and it looks and sounds pretty good, although not outstanding. And then we've got an audio commentary by film writer and historian Michael Brook from 2025. So yeah, this is only one of a couple of releases that have come out from Imprint in the final month of 2025. Obviously, Battle of Britain was supposed to come out this month, but it got delayed until next year. January, though, thankfully not any later than that. But bit of a shame that we haven't got more from them to cap off the year. I do have one more for them to look at, called 24/7. It's got Bob Hoskins in it. But yeah, this is the second to last film from Imprint so far this year that we're going to be to end this year. Sorry, that we are looking at. So yeah, but still a fairly decent effort. It's just not mind blowing in any kind of way with its plot, but the characters, the score, the cast, and the setting do help. Make up for that plot, regardless of how basic it is. So yeah, well worth seeing if you haven't seen it already. But if you have seen The Lightship before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye.